Hey everybody! I know, it's been so long since we've been back,
like-
but we are
been like a month and a
here.
half.
It's my ghost.
Toyo's
Hi.
not here? Alright,
Shut up.
bye Toyo.
How's it been? I've been Aka
Bye,
Magic back in
Toyo.
existence.
Okay,
What's
Toyo's
Shadow
gone.
Realm?
I know, how'd you enjoy your sabbatical in the Shadow Realm?
She doesn't
Yeah, I
remember.
remember many
Oh, the
things.
poor thing.
Oh no, it's fine.
She's
Fine.
been through so much.
Yeah,
My death
it's
was
okay.
briefly
We're
upsetting.
okay. I'm glad you recovered from that overtrigger. But today we are here to talk about, I know it's a little late, but our
Yay,
2021
buddy,
retrospective
buddy.
of all the things going on in Vanguards.
Woo!
So we're going to start off just by, going over what all came out and, how we're feeling about it around that time.
Did you come
See where
out in
that takes us.
2021? Congratulations. It's a tough step.
I came out a long time ago.
Yeah?
I can't
How'd that go
believe
for
I can't
you?
believe it's only started and we're already gone down this route.
Listen, if your loved one is gay, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
Yeah, for serious mental or physical instability. No, let's not go there.
Just remember I can cut any of this out if we...
Alright.
Anyways.
You get to hear Toyo's uncensored audio. Instead of like anything raunchy or rude or anything, it's just me saying incredibly wrong things.
So at the beginning of 2021, about a year from the day this is being recorded, Sanctuary Guard
Why did
and
they
Twinkle
print
Melody came out in English.
on a no. What, on a
I mean, it's
philosophical
good.
level, why did
Here's the thing.
Cause Daigo?
Okay, I can appreciate that.
Daigo hot?
Daigo?
Daigo hot.
That is
Daigo.
morally correct. Okay.
Daigo.
Right? Yeah, Daigo.
Yeah.
But then also Twinkle Melody came out, and with it brought
Prism.
back
And with it-
Beyond.
And then
with it brought-
And with
And
it
then
also...
Prisms,
serious
everyone's
meta was-
favorite. Or if
And
you're if you're in the
Vishizuku.
East, Melody.
And then the V series meta was never the same.
Vishizuku?
Yeah, we got V Shizuku. We got her. Don't worry, she's in the game. We got her. It's exactly what you wanted, right? You wanted.
Now I know how
No, you
Toyo
don't.
felt when
No, you don't. Don't put yourself in my shoes. We'll get there.
Toyo,
we'll get
do you-
there. We'll get there.
Do you remember NoCL?
We'll
Do you
get
remember
Nokia?
Do you remember Nokia? Do you remember
Yeah, the PG.
the starter Nokia?
Okay, here's
Yeah.
the difference.
Or the PG.
Starter no CL is at least
The
useful in every deck. Technically Shizuku is as well, but yeah, anyways, the stuff came out that
It
set,
hurts,
and then the
it
V
hurts,
series
it
meta was
hurts.
never the same because it stayed the same for the next year and a half.
Listen, I got reindeer
Ow.
in that set, so I'm happy. I don't care. Y'all can do whatever you want. I just want to play my memes.
I don't remember what's in that
Toyo.
set actually.
I
other
spent
than prisms.
$50 on an Inezca. I'm good. I got everything. It was,
So,
it
Toyo,
was
before you-
Prisms, Melody, Highlander
Yeah.
support.
Mhm.
That's all anyone cares about.
It was something called something.
Oh yeah,
something.
the force marker girl.
Lupina.
Laprio. Lupina.
There we go.
Yeah.
Lupina.
Lupina. there you
Lupina.
go.
She exists.
Yeah. Yeah, I put an
I can't
I put an
believe we're
extra
actually
line
self-professed
yeah,
for
and
fans
you.
of
you
Bermuda
literally-
Triangle, and then none of us actually
We
remember
literally,
what the cards
we're
are.
literally all Bermuda players, and not one of us can remember Lupina. I literally.
So good.
It's because there's so many cards in.
Yeah,
There's too many cards in Bermuda.
And don't
Anyways,
forget Beyond, your favorite card.
Anyways. True. On the topic of V never changing, right after that was the
Yep.
V Clan
which actually
Selection
did a
1.
lot.
For the lower tier decks, yeah.
The first one,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did.
Yeah, I mean...
Prisms are still broken, but you know,
Prisms are
everything
broken.
else enjoyed
Vanguard
it.
is broken. People lost the Chaos Breaker and was really salty about it.
It did one very important thing for the second best deck in the meta, and that was after the choice restriction on Gurgit, people started playing Spectral Duke and realizing, wait, this is just as good. Second best deck in the meta, let's go!
No, that's when they realized that it doesn't matter what Gold Paladin deck you're playing, as long as you're playing 4 copies of Percival, it's probably good enough.
And also, for those of you who play EN, Bandori finally came out in E
Yay,
EN.
question mark. To the fanfare
guess.
of exactly one person in the entire Western Hemisphere.
The PGs, I think, are still 10 more. The PGs got bought out and got reposted at $10. and haven't
Nobody's
dropped
tried to
since.
buy them.
I love... Here's the thing, I love Bandori. I love so many of the girls from that. Like, it makes me so happy, and I loved seeing it in Vanguard. But God, not even I bought that set. Not even I could.
It's because it came out
It
way
did.
too. It
Like-
came out way too late.
Here's
It
the
like
thing.
it had
That's
meta
kind of the
relevance
thing with
when
all
it
the
was out.
collab sets is they just come out too late, especially if you're in English. Like, even in JP, the
Can you
collab
guys stop
sets are
talking
never
about coming
relevant.
out?
for
Okay, no,
either
but for real though,
English.
because I played Vanguard in the Japanese version, and like not even like people in the Japanese version of the game bought that deck, other than those who really love their waifus. That's about it. Even if the
Yeah,
deck
that
had
checks
meta
out.
relevance,
Hello Happy was like running.
It was like the best
running
yeah,
deck for, like,
around
Hello
for a
Happy
while.
was
wasn't
indeed
it?
the best deck for a short while. But you know, people love playing their Dragonic
yeah.
PX with their crit stacking. So Hello Happy doesn't have meta wayside.
This is like why I'm unreasonably like happy with the trend, or hopefully a trend of collab sets coming out on
God.
time. Please figure out your licensing before you announce it for both regions, because like I'm pretty sure Bandori got tied up in all the licensing, because I know it probably got, because I'm pretty sure Bushi doesn't
Bushi
hold
doesn't
the
hold full
international
rights to
distribution
Bandori.
license.
You'll be right, yes.
Correct, and that's why it came out so late, and that's probably the problem. here,
One
which
day,
is
one
that,
day
like,
it's gonna come out with like
man.
Bushy doesn't own the full rights to the term Bushy Road, and it's just gonna be a whole thing where it's like every time they advertise their name anywhere in the world, they have to go through like 12 layers of red tape.
That's already how the Japanese
They don't know the full rights.
They don't own Cardfight Vanguard. It doesn't. Honestly, sometimes it doesn't seem like they do.
Sir, may anyone please adopt this game?
Vanguard's-
Vanguard, we don't own it anymore. Will you
Will
take
you
this
take
game
this
home?
card game?
So, speaking of collab sets, and since
Alright.
we're in 2022, we should talk about that super, super important collab set that everyone was excited for because
Yes!
it was like an old thing. Token Ranbu, the set we were so excited, happened in 2021. It was so
Now
great.
it's
It came out.
2022.
What? It came out.
Coming
It came out in 2021, didn't it? Didn't it?
It came
When
out
it
late.
came out, I
what,
was still making
summer?
content. That's how long ago it was.
Move on to V Clan
The same
Selection
set.
2, which is also
which had a
more
staggered
the same
release.
with what we said before.
Wait,
Because
did it?
why?
Yeah, I don't know why they did
It came
that.
out
Yeah,
like
it did,
2
it
months
did.
after the first one for
It-
no reason.
In NA, or not NA, sorry, in EN, it came out in February, the end of February for Clan Selection 1. April 2nd.
I don't
for
understand.
Clan-
It came
for
out on
Clan
the same
Selection
day in the
2.
Japanese version. What's going on?
Yeah,
Sir?
that's because you get special treatment.
Ma'am? I'm confused. But okay.
Anyways, after that though, we move into a new era. Shinji.
What?
Isekai.
We have Overdress and
Mm-hmm.
the start decks. The start decks, which came out a week before Genesis of the 5 Grades, which is the first Overdress
Yeah,
set.
because those also had.
That certainly happened.
Why did it have staggered releases? Like, did y'all enjoy? Did y'all enjoy the week of trial deck format?
Oh, you got a week of trial deck format? We got a month
No.
of trial deck format?
Yeah.
I know.
A whole month. It was
Oh my
very
goodness.
strange. And
But,
people were like, ooh, Prison is gonna be the best deck. Ooh, Bastion is gonna be the best deck. Well, they were right on that one.
We have Genesis of the 5 Grades, which is like, cool, everyone gets card advantage except for you.
And everyone
All
gets
the-
CC and like resource generation except for Stoikea.
Exactly, Stoikea just gets like completely hammered by set 1.
Distinctly remember how every deck was really weak.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
like,
no, it was
so,
very
like,
weak.
With how weak the decks are, right? It makes over triggers so goddamn impactful in that meta.
And like the big thing about I think set 1 is like everything was so weak that any deck that like could generate advantage was very good. So the fact that Nirvana got arcs made it very good. The fact
Bastion
that
had Alden. Yeah.
that was our meta for then, and then we
Which
got
did
Festival
nothing.
Collection after that, which
did
basically just
nothing.
gave us our. It gave us some promos and some SPs.
I
The
have
SPs are
foils,
nice.
so
I still
yeah,
have.
like,
I,
it's
yeah,
not a
I bought them,
set.
sure.
It's not really a real set.
The foils are really pretty though. I do have to give real big props to Bushi. The foils pop a lot more, and I really have to give them credit for
Cards are so
that.
pretty in Overdress. They're just like nice to look at. They're nice to feel.
Speaking of pretty, order cards got the hugest glow up from V to
Oh my
It-
god!
Overdress.
Do y'all remember how awful V orders looked?
They look like Yu-Gi-Oh!
They look,
They're so
they look
gross.
gorgeous in Overdress.
Except the glow up orders, which are just
Oh, the
the
best
unit
ones,
glowing.
yeah.
True.
The best ones from set 4, yeah, I know what you mean. It's just all of them being baited in like golden abyss shower, essentially.
Oh my god. Do I cut that out or do I
No.
leave that in?
And then after
Okay. Okay.
you leave it in.
Understood.
So people need to know how much
People
of a
need
curse
to
I
know
think
how much
people
Toyo's
already
into
know.
piss.
I think people already know.
that has us coming up to set 2
Where
of
everything went
Overdress,
wrong.
which is
Is elephant in the room.
Yes.
My boy Leonard.
Yeah, Cristiano
Yikes.
Leonardo over
I think he isn't
He's
he a
a-
human or is he a demon?
I don't know.
I don't think he's an elephant though. That's
He's
great
a
nature.
footballer.
or
They
still
are
can,
all
though.
demons.
Leonard, like, that card got revealed, and so many people were freaking out about it because it's like, this card is nuts, it breaks the game, it's insane, like, as soon as it got revealed. And then, there were other people who were like, no, this card's fine, like, chill out, wait for the card to actually come out, and then judge it. And then the card came out,
And it was
and then
broken.
they were like,
And it
oh
was-
yeah, no, wait, hang on, you were right, actually. Yeah, hang on, we
for
should
the
have
first
listened to you.
for the first time, right? The Vanguard community was right.
So
What else happened
actually,
in set 2?
after I mean that also
Well,
Anything?
well we got nothing for
Same.
Bastion. Bastion
Pretty
remained
much,
the
yeah.
exact same. We got we got the
True.
encounters.
Right. PBD was unplayably bad.
So what are your thoughts on encounters?
PBD was a mistake.
Good old
Peanut butter dragon, poor peanut butter
I
dragon.
mean-
I know Overlord got played, but that's mostly because people can just win
Yeah.
by monkey flipping yellow cards with Overlord, like they have for the past 10 years.
Like Overlord. Some people also like things like eating dirt and, you know, not having loved ones. So like, can we really say the fact that people like Overlord is a good thing in its book? I'm so sorry, Overlord fans.
So it's okay,
Okay.
they can't hear you. They're too busy. They're too busy chimping out in the jungle.
I like the idea of encounters in sort of insofar as being like
Mm-hmm.
callbacks to you know, like, oh, what used to be blah 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 blah. This is like recontextualizing their effects
I
in
can't-
D series. But did it really have to be
Yeah, that's-
Overlord?
yeah, pretty
Come
much.
on. I applaud them for not
They're
putting in
just
Blaster
true.
holding
That
Blade.
their
is
load
right.
for the next shot, you know?
I really feel like they're holding Blaster Blade for something special. Like at the 5-year anniversary of Overdress, they're gonna be like Blaster Blade encounter, and it's gonna be like, oh.
And
Except no
it's
one's gonna
like-
be surprised. It's gonna be like, oh.
It's like
finally.
old man Aichi shows up in the anime, like, oh, I remember when I had my
Doesn't
first
the anime
Vanguard
happen like
god."
300 years in the future?
No, the trade portions do.
don't
Japan,
know.
the parts in real life take place in 2021, as far as I can tell.
I like the idea of encounter cards just because there were so many people that didn't like the reboot, and they were like, we don't want to start from square one again. We like our old stuff,
Yeah.
and it gives those people like, all right, here's some nostalgia for you. Here's some like old stuff,
Yeah.
and like that's cool.
Exactly.
But at the same time, I don't know why they did it set 2 when all of those players left the game when they said it's gonna be all new units from this point on, everything brand new, and now all you have are people that are slightly disappointed because, oh cool,
Leonard.
all right, well yeah, that. To be fair, Leonard's fun.
Other than
Leonard's
that, though,
fun,
like, I,
and you can like
I don't remember anything else that happened in that set
playing
other
with
than
Leonard is super fun and it's super interesting, and it's actually like kind of interactive with like the way it works with Proto Bulb, where it's like if you do guard the Leonard attack and your opponent used Proto Bulb, then you're actually shutting them down off of 2 additional attacks that turn. But
It's
that doesn't
interactive in
make it.
how you can choose to lose to it.
Yeah, it's more a matter of like,
True.
all right, do I let them get the extra attacks in, or do I give up all these cards in hand? And it's just like, it's a lose-lose situation either way, unfortunately,
pretty
which
much.
is why the card is still very dominant.
It's to the point where I don't even remember.
mean,
any
other than
other
that,
cards
like,
from
the-
set. Like I know Urger is the
Yeah,
front,
right?
Is the front
I mean,
card,
Urger.
right?
Urger's
yeah,
like a big
it's
one.
Urger, and then the effect fronts, and that's pretty much all that came
Didn't
out of it. I
Prison get some
know,
good stuff?
the bow guy.
Yeah, but no, but Prison still remains
Prison
terrible
got-
until they
Prison-
get the promo, so nobody cares.
It's gonna be the next Mio Maru Toyo. It is $40 USD for one promo pack.
You know what you could buy with $40 USD?
USB?
USD.
Yeah, you could buy 40 USB
What?
sticks.
You could actually, if you want to.
What
Nice
Toyo?
dinner for me. Yo, come on.
Or we could not.
Don't look.
Moving on.
Look, what's this awkward silence? Please.
In EN, actually, this is a non-Toyo discussion. We got
Right.
Revival Selection,
Right,
which is
Revival Selection
bumpin'.
was so good. I literally... There was
was
a
so
point in
good.
time where I was literally calling for Purple Trapezes' ban, not because I thought the card was broken, but just because the card was so goddamn expensive and hard to find. I felt it was, like, unmoral to expect people to have it.
You know what it feels like when you go somewhere with your friends and then they start talking about the last time they hung out and you weren't included?
Mm-hmm.
Hi. Hi.
Is that what
Yeah, that's
Revival
exactly what
Section
it feels
feels
like?
Yeah, hey Toyo, have you ever heard of this
Yeah?
concept called not getting your cards for more than like $2?
No, actually.
Yeah, I know you haven't. Shut up.
I bought a
God.
full deck for $30 and it was a fully max upgraded Gear Chronicle deck with like 4
God
next
damn,
stages.
JP player.
Revival Collection was really good
Alright.
from what I've heard.
Alright, moving on.
But I've never seen a
Yeah.
single product
It was
of
really
in
good.
my life.
Yeah, it's really
So,
good.
I can't say anything.
I also just like love them retreading. We finally got the like the V series hollow foils where with like this like the lacquered coating over the double rare foiling or triple rare foiling.
Professor Melly explaining foil textures is something that I'd like to sit down for 35 minutes to.
We actually got our first taste of what Bermuda looks like in our Brave New Future with the
Yeah.
Miracle Monasterial Trial
Which
deck,
was...
which
fine.
was
It's
fine.
okay, it exists.
Kyrie
I think it was
is
fine.
Kyrie is really cool, and I think she's really good, but I don't think she has enough direct support. Like, even when the actual set itself came out, she just, like, she doesn't have any cards that help her do what she wants to do, and, like, help her really show off how strong a card she can be.
Why was it a trial
And
deck
not a start deck?
and not a start deck? Because the only major difference is that you can pull the SPs.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know.
But the set, we go to Lyrical Melody, which came out in NA or EN. Gosh, I need
North
to stop
America is the
West.
only...
making that.
North America
In
is
the
the
Western
only English
bloc.
continent that matters.
It finally came out in EN on October 22nd, and wow, I liked chunk of this set, and I
Yeah.
hated the other chunk of this set.
I mean, I still gotta gotta
Like-
shout out my wife Clarissa just for existing. She is just okay, but God is she really pretty, and God is she super fun to play.
she's really pretty, but she's terrible to play. I
And we also-
hated that set.
I
I was
what?
so excited for it, and then the deck.
That's-
was
She's so
miserable
fun to play. Clarissa's so fun to play.
No,
I
it's
love
be-
playing
No,
Clarissa.
okay, no. To be fair, I
Also,
also
we
think
found-
the overdress deck is miserable to play, so that's also on me
Aw.
mostly.
There's the winners
Cat.
of that set, which is like Laura Nerl made out like a
deck
freaking
is
bandit because
so
that deck is
good.
gross.
It's not like it even does like one
Uh.
unfair thing. It's just like it has a lot of resource generation. It has crit pressure. It restands.
It's a
It just
toolbox
does
deck.
everything. Like everything good you would want.
Anyways, Felty Rosa tier 0 if you check all the right things. Let's move on to Clan Collection 1 and 2.
Something else important happened before we move on to the clan section. The ban list.
Oh,
Holy
the ban list.
crap.
Right, the premium ban list.
Oh my
They
god,
killed
that was a
everything.
Yu-Gi-Oh
Yeah.
tier ban list. They annihilated the
everything.
format. It was so good.
Hey, guys,
No.
Nue Dio is still legal, right?
I think that was
Murakumo's
like
still good,
I think that was
right?
like one of the funniest things they did is they reprinted a lot of cards and then banned them immediately. And everyone was so like terrified when they reprinted those cards because like, oh, they reprinted Nue Dio, that means they're not gonna ban it. We're screwed. The format's doomed.
so funny how
and
it's
then they
like the
did it
opposite.
anyway.
This is the opposite of like every other card game, because in every other card game, if you reprint the card and then immediately ban it, people are gonna be like really up in arms about it. But because in Vanguard nobody really played premium anyway, nobody bought the cards that are getting banned, so nobody was angry. It's really funny.
I'm just sad that Murakumo lost their only deck. Murakumo's now like legitimate
You can play
garbage
shit
in
on
premium.
YouTube.
If you play I am so
it lost
sorry.
Nue and
No, you
they
can't.
killed
There's
the
no more combo
toy.
Toyo.
They killed the
killed the
infinite power
loops.
loop.
No, you don't use the infinite power. You just neck their power by a ton and then you swing like 6 times. You need to play the
No.
secret weapon, the Eugene discard 12.
as a premium player, I'm so happy with this ban list. The format is so fun, and yes, I am partially saying that because Regalias are like the best deck right now, and go me, I win. So let me get this straight, Toyo. Let me get this straight,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in Overdress, you don't like Virina because you just play arcs and you don't think and you just win the game. In Premium, you don't play the format because it's too complicated and you don't just have a button that you can press to play the game for you and you have to think.
Yes, my issue with Premium is everyone is having too much fun.
Oh my god.
Everyone is doing all these cool things and they can do all the stuff they want to do and I don't enjoy it.
Just play Luard,
just do
okay?
something
Just play
cool.
Luard.
He stinks.
Play Luard, it's boring. Exactly. Play Luard. End of discussion. Let's
true,
go.
you can-
Let's continue on. We're so close to the end of the...
We're heading in V-Clan collection, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we say the name of one clan and see what kind of reaction that incites from us? From each of us. Each of us say one clan.
Okay.
Dark
Murakumo.
Irregulars.
Genesis.
You actually
My-
got good cards.
Did I? No, I didn't. Okay.
You got the witch.
Yeah, I
You
did.
got the
I
witches
did.
and
I
you got
did.
Fortuna.
They're all
Those are
pretty good.
playable.
They're all pretty good.
They're all good.
They're all pretty good. Yeah, I actually kind of
Yeah.
won that. I literally, I think I won that set because Genesis was the only clan to get like really good cards from it.
Hey, to be fair, I also played
True,
Nubatama.
true.
And
Die
so
Hozan. Die
Hozan's
Hozan.
really
Haha,
fun and
large
premium.
Hozan.
Hozan is funny.
God, thank God we got that window repaired. I think like most clans got like one good card. Like Grand Blue got Sea Strolling Banshee, which is like a shockingly very good card, and nothing else.
Well, the
like, I
privates
think
are pretty funny, at least.
they're funny, but they're just not very good. And like, if you just want to play them casually, like that's fine. They're fine. It's like it's fun. It's a fun deck. It's not good meta.
It's
but like
almost identical to Nitros, but that's because every Grand Blue deck plays the same.
fair.
Although that might just be me, actually.
Well,
because I play
I'm
like
pretty sure that's just you.
I play like
Have you ever
Skeleton
played-
Ship Navigator Turbo.
Was there anything else big out
Star
of that
Vader
set?
got
Like,
playable, I guess.
No, I thought Infinite Zero sucked butt.
We got more Star Vader names, which is pretty decent.
It's more starter Vader names,
Oh, okay.
and it's another
Walker.
like space dragon whatever thingy for the superior ride, like that grade 2 that people were playing that lets you superior ride. It's a
There's
card that
also-
it's a card that's better than the whatever
the
that
heck they
other
were running.
garbage was.
Oh, people
So,
love
like,
the Die
sure.
Kaiser. That happened.
Daikaiser, I think
Oh,
I think
yeah.
Daikaiser was like the
Daikaiser.
best boss monster from the set, and I think they did
I
that.
disagree.
I think I
Probably.
But I'm very biased.
No, there's
I
RFD.
literally
RFD.
think that they made Daikaiser to be good exclusively because of the alternative combat.
My favorite card out of that set was Chat Noir, actually. Wait, no, that's not how you pronounce it. Let's do it more Frenchy. Chanoa.
Chat Noir?
Chanoa, yeah.
I like Hozan. The Hozan engine
Yeah.
is just really, really clean. If you haven't had a chance to play with Hozan,
I
In
have had a
Premium.
chance
Oh,
to
it's
play
so
with
clean.
Ozan, and my opponent played a Protect deck, so I couldn't really do anything.
Even
Next,
though-
we're moving on to Overdress Set 3, I think. Yeah, 'cause
Overdress
you
Set
guys
3.
didn't get
Yeah,
that.
I liked
I-
Overdress Set 3. I liked it a lot, but that's also because I'm a filthy. I have fully transitioned over to Brand
You
Gate.
You've absorbed.
Holy moly.
So the thing I want to talk about in Overdress Set 3 is this is where Toyo decided she hated this game.
Yes.
Because Greedon came
Or
out.
this
Yes,
format.
Greedon came out, and then
Do you want
I
to
decided-
explain to the class?
Okay, so Greedon. Yes.
The
I don't
tragedy
know how
of
to
Toyo.
describe it, but one day I decided to sit down and test Greedon because I test every single deck that comes out just so I know how to play against them. I
Yeah.
sat down with Greedon, I won, and it left me feeling so hollow inside. I decided that something was wrong with the game and it wasn't me. So I was like, maybe this game isn't fun. So I stopped playing Overdress ever since then.
I got really back into it because I saw meters. I'm like, that's so much value. You ride the grade 1, you can draw 7. I want to play that deck. And then I played it, and then I read how the grade 3 worked, and I was very sad. Oh yeah, I still love the deck, and it topped the last WGP, and I'm really happy. I'm
She's
like,
finally
yes,
validated. After
my
all
stupid
this
rocks are good. My stupid
Bad
rocks
rock.
are good.
Hexa finally became
Yeah.
playable. That made me happy. Like
Yeah.
it went,
Oh, yeah,
it went
Hexa
from
now.
like irrelevant in the meta to like, this is an actual deck that functions, and it's literally all because we finally got enough top deck checkers. Even though Karkaroon is the worst top deck checker in existence, and as soon as we get literally any other top deck checker, she is out of the deck. God, I want to get rid of Karkaroon.
Do we want to talk about the other demon in
Derek
the room?
wasn't as bad as people say it was. Derek was not a second Leonard.
Yeah, but
it wasn't.
Why is it not put another unit
Yeah,
into
that's
Soul?
pretty gross. It's pretty gross.
I had a chance to play with Derek, and it was like, oh, this card's just free value. Wait, what? Okay,
Yeah,
Derek is one of those cards that gets better.
You can
the more
just
you
put
use.
him.
Really
It's true.
sweet.
He evacuates his own rear guard
Yeah,
circle. You don't get
it's so
He
jammed.
also fuels for your all your other skills as well.
There was literally one game that I had where my opponent had a full field. I had 3 cards in Soul. I had 2 Dereks in hand, and I was like, I have no Leonard access. I'm screwed. Wait, Derek, use skill.
Deck it.
I didn't find it the first time. Do it again. There it is. There's my Leonard. I win now.
What a
It's
fun
just
card.
such value.
We
I
played.
know.
That was
I
against
know.
me.
I won that game. Here's the thing. Derek's a lot of value. It's a really, really good card. It's a really good advantage engine. But it hasn't pushed Bruce to be any more dominant than the deck already was. Like, the deck was already super dominant, and it's not like tier 0 now. It's still a tier 1 deck, I would say. And it's still, like, beatable by things like Prison.
That's mostly because of how Overdress is structured, that most decks can beat most other decks with the right circumstances.
Which is
So that might have
how
played a
you-
part into it, because I don't think
Toyo,
Overdress will
that's-
ever get a tier
Toy-
0.
Toyo,
Like,
that's because that's a good thing for card games.
Is that
Tier
a
0
good
decks
thing for card
Tier
games?
0 decks are bad, Toyo.
No!
Like most every card game strives to have that kind of format, so that's a good thing.
Well, I disagree. I think if my deck is better than yours, I should never lose to you. I
if we
paid
play the same deck?
$200 and you paid $50. Mine is superior.
Okay, but you didn't. I paid $200 and you paid $30.
We got a Flagberg. So
Okay,
for
who
all the
gives
people
a
who
shit,
like
Dragon?
attacks.
People
There's my
that
one
wanna
swear
play
for the video,
Mag
by the way.
is 9
I didn't want to play Mag. There you go.
Like it's just
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
Soccer
care.
Force again.
Barrel
Blitz.
Magnus got nothing. Fun for that deck.
Did it?
I remember that.
Yeah. We're about to Barrow Magnus is about to
Yeah.
get some real good
Set
shit though.
set four
As we
barrels
come up
like
to
one
this
of the
next
best
thing.
decks.
After that, actually, we got like one of the actually more interesting mechanics we've gotten since the set is released, or since the game is, or
Which
since Overdress came
Overdress
out,
was a good mechanic.
which is we got Murray Start deck.
Arms. What a terrible game.
got
But God,
Arms.
is the Mirai is Bob fun.
Equip
Everyone loves Bob, and it's for good reason. She's so fun. She's so hot. God.
And we also have someone brewing up Bob
Yeah.
Tachi's.
Hi.
which
I'm
is
working
gonna
on
be
it. I'm working
its
on
own
it.
whole thing.
Also, Dweeb is trying to steal that from
Because
me.
the
Yeah,
arms
which
stick
is
on during
fun.
Strike. Just set 4, which just came out in Japan. will be
More
coming out for us in
arms.
February
Came
in
out
English.
last week for us in Japan.
Grade 4s are really.
Grade 4s are really
Grade 4s
interesting, and I love
exist.
Triple Drive coming back again.
I think
I miss
think
Triple
that-
Drive so much.
I looked at the grade 4s originally and said, these are terrible because they take away the name, and so many of the Overdress cards are name locked. Like Leonard, for example, a card we've talked about a lot. You can't use the Superior Call when you're on grade 4 Bruce. And so I thought they were terrible at first, and the more I look at them, the more I'm like, they're not terrible, they're just different. And I think that means, like, you can play them and you can build a deck with them, but I think it's also equally viable to just not. Like, I think a deck that doesn't play grade 4 Bruce is potentially just as powerful as a deck that does. We've talked about a lot of, like, not great things in Overdress, but honestly, I think Overdress is pretty good overall. I know Toyo disagrees, but
Overdress. I think
shut up,
Overdress
Toyo,
is
shut up,
fine.
Toyo,
It's
shut
just
up,
not
Toyo.
for me. It's not for
that's
me,
fair.
what I'm
No, that's
saying,
fair.
yeah.
That's totally valid.
That's
Yeah.
the point of multiple
I can-
formats. It's to find a,
Yeah.
a style that's for you. And we all know that Toyo doesn't play Gavrail because she
No,
can't
it's
check
because I
Correct.
need to pay for my crimes. I introduced that deck to the world. I'm not allowed to touch it anymore. Because people were
penance.
like, Gabriel seems pretty alright. What should we do with it? And I was like, 16 crits. 16 crits. 16
No.
crits, do it. And I was right. And then that deck destroyed the format for like 6 months. This is all my fault.
Yeah. If any of you are wondering where Gavriel came from,
It's me.
you
I'm
have your
sorry.
scapegoat.
right from Toyo's
Lovely
bosom.
bosom.
basically that brings us up to where we are now. There was a few collab sets. Again, we talked about Tokunambu earlier. Monster Strike came out in
so
Japan, and that was...
I was so excited for Monster Strike when it got announced. It's not going to come out in time to be relevant. We're already past the point where that set would be relevant, so there's just no point
It was never even
thinking about
relevant
it.
in the Japanese format.
It was. It got a few tops.
Shout out to my man who went to a tournament on... I don't know if you'll find if you can find the tweet, but there's this Japanese guy who went to a tournament, didn't fire,
Yeah.
and brought tokens to it.
Shout out.
So he won by default.
Shout outs to the
won
best
by
way to top with Token Ranbu. Default.
Get vaccinated. The first ever Vanguard simulcast release for Record of Ragnarok.
Oh, that is super exciting.
Yeah, which is
Which,
But
by the way,
I think-
only happened because
Yes.
Record of Ragnarok is owned by Netflix, and Netflix owns both the Japanese and the English distribution for Record of Ragnarok, so there's literally zero issues there. So which means if we want to get more simulcast releases, it will have to be something that's on Netflix.
Heard it here
Arcane.
first. Squid Game Vanguard set coming out in 2022.
Queen's Gambit Vanguard. That's just chess with extra steps.
Arcane Vanguard.
Arcane Vanguard would be cool. Arcane
Arcane is
MTG.
too big. For
Magic got it.
Vanguard,
Magic
probably.
got Arcane. MTG got it.
Yeah, MTG is huge though.
That sounds like stuff happening next year. And
Yeah, and we will save that. But before we do that, we do also need to mention Shaman King, which came out in Japan.
is it relevant?
It's
getting tops,
That
from
one
what I've
actually is
heard.
meta relevant
It
right
is?
now.
I guess. I don't
It's
know.
got topped, yeah.
I've never seen tops.
I mean, it got in a lot of the Bushiroad Vanguard League. Was it BVFL?
The FVL. Yeah, that thing.
Yeah. Any other thoughts you guys have on?
I'm hopeful for
this
VCAP
past year?
version. It looks pretty fun. I say this mostly because Great Nature looks funny and I love Great Nature.
This last year, I played, specifically in these last few months, I played more Vanguard than I played at any other point in my life. So I'm really happy with how the game's looking. There's a lot of, I have a lot of problems with it, and I think I've said a bunch of those problems. But, overall, Overdress is fun, V Premium's fun, Premium's fun. I like everything Vanguard's got going on right now. Set 4 meta, cool. Set 3 meta, also cool. I'm just happy.
I really like this year. This was a really cool year in terms of evolution of mechanics. I really liked Overdress. That was a cool mechanic. That's, it's like Rise from Weak Cross, all the other sorts of things. But then they also did set orders and
Field spells.
order decks, which
Field
I mean
spells.
Zorga isn't fixed yet, but yeah. But set orders are really, really cool, and it really carved an identity for Brandgate, which made it really hard when we were doing our little stream earlier, because everything about Brandgate cared about set
Now
orders.
the magic existed. That was a pretty cool.
They're
Interesting.
trying a lot of new things.
Which is why screw you, Keter, and screw you,
States.
Dark States for not
Okay,
doing anything
Oh my
new.
god.
Bad.
Gene, Overlord.
We play with Soul.
Bad, so does Dark
Yeah.
Irregulars.
Battle Magnus and
So
Great
does
Honor
Karen.
just Dark Irregulars bosses that were never put up in the
Yeah.
original sets.
Pretty much.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Anyways, before we go though, Mimi, when do you think they're gonna release the the D clan selection Mimi Nay?
Well, I mean, I got them
a
printed
hard-hitting
out in
question.
Brazilian rare right now, so they'll be hot off the presses real soon for y'all.
Will we pay them in pesos or in
Alright.
dollars?
You'll pay them in real money.
Oh no. Also, I would
Get it,
also
real.
before we
Alright.
end, I just want to celebrate. We managed to get through a video of 1 hour of talking about Overdress and only bitched about Overdress one time. I just want all of us.
I mean, we
I
don't
just
want
want
to end
all
up
of us
like
to congratulate ourselves in the back and not mention that incident.
I
it
mean,
happened. If you know it, you
look.
know it.
all right, I'll just say it. We're recording this on the same day that Solemn made a tweet, and I'm not gonna say any opinions any of us have on any side of that, but if you know, you
I have
know.
one opinion. All the Overtrigger
Yeah?
art sucks.
yeah.
I said it. I hate dragons in Vanguard.
Here's the other opinion. Hey Toyo, remember when you
Oh, you
got
mean
over
every
Roll the
other-
clip. All right.
You're mine.
Alright.
Alright, we're gonna call it here, but we will see you next time when we talk about what we want to see this year, because holy moly, we have a schedule of all the stuff of the first quarter of this year, and also we know other things that
Yeah.
are coming out.
It's so exciting.
Yeah, We'll
I'm
talk about that
completely
next
lost
time.
on it.
And also, like,
Let's see
our
what
pipe
happens next
dreams.
time. I just want to see
Yay.
cool cards. Hello.
Yay!
Alright,
Bye-bye.
see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm superior.
Oh my
The world is wrong. Toyo is right.